Oh my gosh, guys, let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. That's what we do. That's what I'm talking about right here. That's exactly what I'm talking about. What is good, traders? Welcome back to part 2 of our market breakdown. Let's go. If y'all new, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss future content, any future updates, whatever it is we're going to be talking about. Today, we're going to be doing part 2 of our market breakdown from yesterday on UJ. So I'm not going to waste any of y'all time. Let's just get straight into it. Let's go. All right, guys, welcome back to the charts. Like I said, we're not going to waste any time, so let's just get straight into it. Now, yesterday, if you tuned in yesterday, we were around this point right here waiting for price to give us a higher low to then create a higher high all the way up here. Right now, like I said yesterday, we're anticipating this higher low after we had a pullback from this area. I like to use the wicks, but sometimes you can use the bodies, but I feel like the wicks give me a better range. So I wait for the higher low, and like I mentioned in last video, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, be sure to click on the link up there. I'm gonna leave a link for y'all to go check that out so you don't miss anything. All right, so if I come over here, as y'all can see, we had the 5 minute kind of go bearish on us. So it went lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher low. And then we had a continuation up there. Right now, a lot of y'all may be thinking, why didn't I include all these little lower lows, lower highs within the structure? For example, if I'd used this as structure and taken the trade like so, I would have been stopped out, right? Because I would have put my stop loss under this low. Now, the reason I didn't was because if I go to the 1 hour time frame and I come all the way over here, it's because I wouldn't really consider this as a valid pullback, simply because it's not as steep as I would want it to be. You guys gotta understand that if price is to have a pullback, it needs to be inclusive. It needs to show that it's an actual pullback, not just some little, 2 candles. Like for example, yesterday when we were talking about right here, like I said, I wouldn't really consider this a pullback simply because it's not as strong as I would want it to be, which is why I considered this the pullback. And every time I have a higher high, I always put a line to indicate, because this would be my target. This black line right here would be my target. So this wouldn't count as a valid pullback. Now notice that as we created the higher low, if I went to the 5 minute time frame, I would wait for a higher high. So since this wasn't a valid pullback for me, this was just structure. So lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, because we had broken above this previous low. Lower high right there. Then I had a pullback, and then I waited for some type of bullish engulfing, any type of entry signal. So I took it after this bullish engulfing. Stops go under the lows. You could have probably put it under the wicks, but I would have put it here under this low, and I would have targeted. Obviously, your first target would have been this, the next high, but obviously you could hold it for a little longer. You could have held it for a little longer, all the way up there, for maybe a 1 to 2 or maybe a 1 to 2.5 if you wanted. It's all up to you. It's all up to your risk or whatever. Or you could just move your stops to break even as soon as you hit the first target. That's how I manage my trades sometimes, but it's all up to you. So we're gonna go back to the 1 hour, right? Back to the 1 hour. Now what I'm gonna be looking for is, again, price created a new higher high. Now I'm waiting for, now it's already created the higher low. It's already creating the higher low, like so. So I'm already going to be anticipating a new higher high, like so. Right now, what's going to happen on the 5 minute, again, I'm gonna wait for price to give me, and it's already done that. So 5 minute is already creating structure like so. I'm gonna wait for the break and continuation. Again, it's rinse and repeat. It's very simple. You don't need to complicate anything. Keep it simple. You don't need to look for all this crazy nonsense. And again, like I said, I don't like trend lines, but you still could have used a trend line right here. Like as you can see, it's still a trend line. All the points are touching. Break, retest. Like I said, like I don't like using trend lines, so I wouldn't have used a trend line, but it's all up to you. It's all up to your taste. Right here, again, I could even use a trend line right here. I could even use like a trend line and see like this is still a trend line, but I'm not gonna do that. I like using market structure. And as y'all can see, we have a higher high, higher low, higher high. Then I would have wait for the break under this. Then we have right here a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So I'm just gonna wait for a higher high, higher low. Then I'm gonna take my trade. I'm gonna buy it all the way back to the upside, which is all the way up here. So y'all can see we have a new higher high right there. Rinse and repeat. Now, keep in mind, guys, that I'm only going to be looking for buys. I'm not going to be looking for sells because, again, you don't want to catch a falling knife. So until I break below this previous higher low, I'm still bullish. So until I body close under here, I'm still going to be bullish, meaning I'm only going to be looking for buys unless I break under this low. Then I'm going to be looking for sells. So very quick update. This is just a quick update to show y'all what I got going on, what I'm going to be looking for. Today is currently Wednesday, so I'm probably going to catch this maybe tomorrow morning, or maybe, yeah, most likely tomorrow morning, the London session. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be posting. I'm going to keep y'all posted, keep y'all updated on what is going to happen. So thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all for staying tuned. Be sure to watch the video that I'm gonna link up there so that you don't miss anything. And then peace.